Okay, so Karl WOODCRAFT Build-A-Chair Challenge. This one is destined for landfill, however, I can't have that. The only real problem with this chair is the dodgy leather that is breaking away. I'm going to pull this apart, see what's underneath, see if I can reclaim it into a usable, funky, cool looking thing. I've never seen that before. Looks like the chair company was doing some recycling of their own. This is what I was really hoping for. Despite all the foam, it is this curve that actually makes these chairs comfortable. It's all about the curve in the bum and all about the lumber in the back. What we have is some pretty good bones for this chair. What I'm going to do is very simple. I'm going to create a nice decorative veneer. This will take a while to clean all this off, so let's jump forward to that. Time is not on my side, so I'm not going to go and make a whole heap of pallet laminations when I've just found all of these offcuts from a very old project. I think I can get heaps of thin veneers out of this stuff. I'll then combine that with a bit of dyed maple. It's been a while since I've used this vacuum bag. I'm going to do a dry run. I think there might be a hole in this, so I can't recall. So I'll do a test run. Make sure everything works. Make sure everything fits in the bag, which it's going to be pretty close. Didn't think of that, did we? The seat pan is actually just too broad for my bag without putting too much pressure on the seams. So what I will do, just using 40 grit on the belt sander, I'll just take it back to that line, take a bit off the front. This is a pretty big seat anyway. However, that'll take the pressure off the bag. There's a hole. A bit of CA glue and spray can get you out of trouble if you can hear the hole. Generally, you won't. There are far better ways of detecting holes in this. Involves putting a piece of cardboard in the entire length, sucking the air out, and then spraying it with water. It'll then suck in the water and put a damp patch on the cardboard to help you pinpoint. That's how I found some of these other holes. So this will get me out of trouble for this week. However, I'll then get all this CA glue off and I'll patch it properly to keep this bag in action, because it is a fantastic piece of gear. My temporary solve for my big hole was a bit of shoe goo, utilising some of the plastic off the bag up the top. Don't recommend it. I think it's reacting with the plastic, so may cause another weak point. However, it's worked to let me finish this job. I'll look at patching the bag properly again, or making this bag shorter, cut my losses, getting another bag if I need to do long things in the future. This is the most aggressive turn, which I am asking a lot of these pieces, especially from the Palletwood veneers. They are not super thin like the skateboard veneer. So I have had to accept a little bit of gap in there. Overall, probably not going to matter. Just quickly got to cut these holes out before I put the back veneer on so I know where they are. Wouldn't be too hard to find, but just want to slow down a bit, make sure I do everything properly. I'm definitely not going to make the cutoff for the challenge, so may as well enjoy the process. I'm going to do the same process for the back. I'll start with this nice broad piece and then do smaller pieces as I hit this aggressive curve. Like the other side, there may be some sacrifices where these diamonds just don't line up. That's cool. Have to live with that, but I can make it look good at the end. I've got my two pieces veneered, shaped, mostly shaped. I'm going to sand this back for the final finish, get some clear on, put the chair together. There are some other things I want to do. So I want to get this to a point where the chair is finished. I can say chair's finished for the Karl Pope challenge, and then come back and work on this over time. I think this chair could be pretty cool, but I don't want to do the dodgy and rush it. There's lots of little things that I want to finalize. So one of them is these holes. They're the holes that were cut at the factory, and I don't think they're even symmetrical. So I want to make some templates to make those a bit nicer. So bear with me. Let's put this chair together, show you how it's going to look. Hopefully you'll get something from the video about the veneering process. That's the main game here. And again, if you want to see how I make the veneers in a expanded process, check out that one. Cool. As you can see here, this hardware was not designed to be visible. It's normally surrounded by all the foam and all the fake leather. So this is another thing I want to come back to at a later stage, build up some layers and actually cap these off nicely so that it's not so ugly. But for now, again, let me get the chair put together. I know, it's not finished. It's not going to be finished in this video. All right, here is my chair for the Karl Pope Make a Chair, Remake a Chair challenge. It is 80% finished, as you know. So I want to do something a bit more with the armrests. Maybe make them completely out of timber, so only these bits will then go into the dump. Then I think the chair as a whole will be a pretty cool project. Anyway, it was a bit of fun to basically stop this thing ending up in the dump, and I've done that, so happy days. All right, t-shirt sponsor shout out is Brian Builds and Outdoors. Brian Builds and Outdoors. He sent me this t-shirt. Thank you very much, mate. Brian's actually one of my channel members, supports me financially, which is pretty unreal. So along with the rest of the blokes in the credits, they all chip in a few bucks. It helps me keep doing what I'm doing here on the YouTubes. Okay, so much appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Alrighty, so you may be asking yourself, is this thing actually comfortable, made out of wood? Yes, it is. Massive curve in the back here. It reclines. Nice curve on the seat bum. You probably wouldn't want to do 8 hours playing your little games, but it is pretty cool. It's pretty comfortable. It's not uncomfortable, so therefore, it's comfortable.